Hi everybody. Oh, just a little spur of the moment video here. I'm watching my Synodontis Eupterus. He's been swimming all over the tank. I didn't feed the tank this morning. I just turned the lights off, or turned the lights on rather, and got my day started. And it is now not too late in the evening. The lights are going to go out in about an hour from now, so I decided I'd throw a little bit of food in there for everybody. I was just kind of giving the tanks a day off. I did a big water change in here yesterday, so I was going to let everything ride. But I noticed the Synodontis was swimming around the tank very much more active than normal, and I noticed he was chewing on some plants, and I just kind of figured he was hungry. So I put some sinking algae wafers in there, and he swam around the tank for a little while until he sort of zeroed in on them. And now that he's found them, he's having a good old time. Synodontis are really, they're not vegetarian, but they really do like their plant material. They eat a lot of vegetation. They really like the algae wafers, or if you've got any kind of herbivore food, they really enjoy that. And of course, if you have plants in the tank, they will munch on the plants as well. So really cool catfish. I got this one at a big chain pet store a few years ago. You know, it was like an inch long when I brought it home. Didn't really know exactly how big to expect it to get. But he's turned out pretty cool. I really like him. He's actually one of my favorite fish. He's got some really long, beautiful filaments on his fins. He's got an awesome personality. He's one half of my odd couple. My Ctenopoma up here that you can see behind my Snakeskin Gourami is the other half of the odd couple. Those two pal around the tank together quite a bit. And I never really shoot a lot of video focusing on this fish, even though he's one of my more favored fishes. I actually spend quite a lot of time watching this one, and this is one of the few fishes that I could actually say I have sort of an emotional attachment to. I've had this guy since way back in the beginning, in my early days of beginning to keep fish 3 or 4 years ago, and he's been in a couple of tanks. He's made his way up, and he's just a really cool fish. I really enjoy him, and I really don't shoot enough video of him. I should shoot some more. So at any rate, that's all this was going to be, just a little look at him cruising around the tank, nothing special. These are sold as, let's see, what are this called? African Featherfin Squeaker, I think is what it was called at the big chain pet store. I've just been calling it the Synodontis Eupterus for so long, I've forgotten what the actual common name for it is, and I would imagine they've probably got quite a few common names. All of the Synodontis are considered squeakers. They do have that sort of croaking, squeaking noise. And if you can hear that clicking noise, that is actually coming from that little clown loach right there. That little tiny loach is making that loud clicking noise. It's hard to believe that little fish makes that much noise, isn't it? So there you go. That's a nice little look. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. That way you won't miss anything. You never know what you're going to get with me. And it's usually pretty good stuff, or at least I like to think so. So if you're subscribed, you won't miss any of it. And maybe pretty soon we'll get to see some action with my odd couple. Now that's something you don't see very often, is the Ctenopoma actually going to the bottom and picking up an algae wafer. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. That's very interesting. He's much more of a predatory fish in the real world, and eats smaller fish and insects and stuff off the surface. I've never seen them actually eat any kind of plant material, so the algae wafer off the bottom was different. So once again, that was interesting. I'm glad I got to actually see that, and you did too. And that's why you should be subscribed. You never know what you're going to get with me. You might see something cool. You never know. So thanks for watching this one. I'll see you real soon on the next one.